From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, August the 24th, 2021. Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett left Israel for Washington today. This is his first official overseas visit since becoming premier. Bennett will first meet with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, and National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan tomorrow, Wednesday, and then meet with U.S. President Joe Biden at the White House on Thursday. Just before embarking on his flight today, Bennett told the press, "I am now leaving for Washington to meet with U.S. President Joe Biden, an old and true friend of the State of Israel." He said there is a new administration in the U.S. and a new government in Israel, and I am bringing with me from Jerusalem a new spirit of cooperation, which rests on the special and long-standing connection between the two countries. He said we will deal with many fronts, especially the Iranian front. We will also deal with several actions to strengthen the Israeli military superiority, as well as, Bennett said, the fight against the coronavirus. The Prime Minister said, "I intend to share with President Biden the knowledge and insights we have accumulated in the campaign here in the State of Israel regarding the third dose of the vaccine, which I am pleased has already crossed the threshold of 1.5 million people who have been inoculated." Bennett added, "I have no doubt that the new spirit of cooperation is yielding and will continue to yield major achievements for the State of Israel and its security." Responding to incendiary devices launched yesterday from Gaza into southern Israel, the IDF last night hit a number of terror targets in Gaza. The IDF tweeted, "All summer, Hamas launched arson balloons from Gaza into Israel. In response to Hamas's renewed attacks today," they tweeted last night, "we struck a weapons manufacturing site, rocket launch site, and tunnel entrances in Gaza. We will continue to respond firmly against all terrorist activities from Gaza." The Times of Israel, by the way, cites the army, saying that the rocket launch site was placed by Hamas in a heavily populated area near a school. The arson devices that were launched yesterday sparked at least 9 fires in the Eshkol region. A young Jewish man wearing a kippah was assaulted Friday night in Cologne, Germany. The 18-year-old was said to have been sitting in a park with a friend when he was approached by a group of young men who hurled anti-Semitic slurs at him. And when he asked why, they stole his kippah and beat him. The victim was taken to the hospital with a broken nose and cheekbone. Police have arrested 2 suspects so far. Jewish organizations shared their outrage at the incident, and Germany's Commissioner on Antisemitism, Felix Klein, told the German press agency that he was appalled by this horrific and cowardly attack. A synagogue in Bulgaria was vandalized this weekend. Anti-Semitic and white supremacist symbols were found painted on the walls of the historic Central Synagogue in the capital of Sofia. Jewish groups shared their outrage, including the American Jewish Committee, who tweeted, "We are horrified by the desecration of the Central Synagogue in Sofia, the largest synagogue in the Balkans, with swastikas and the white supremacy slogan, 1488. We stand in solidarity with the Jewish community of Bulgaria against this vile act of Jew hatred." And a synagogue on Long Island was vandalized over the weekend as well. The Torah Ark at Chabad of the Beaches in Long Beach, New York, had one of its doors torn off and 2 Torah scrolls stolen. The incident is believed to have taken place late Saturday, and police on Sunday arrested a 23-year-old suspect said to be a homeless man who has now been sent for a psychological evaluation. Turning now to some entertainment news, Barbra Streisand has made history. The award-winning Jewish singer, actress, filmmaker has become the first woman to record a top 20 album on the Billboard charts in every decade from the 1960s until today. with the release of her new album, Release Me 2, a new collection of 10 previously unreleased studio performances from the legendary artist. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, August the 24th. At 8 o'clock, the Embassy of Israel celebrates International Water Day with a panel discussion that looks at innovative water reuse technologies and areas of possible collaboration between the U.S. and Israel to ensure a water surplus around the globe. At 9, part 2 of Mark Golub's interview with Mordechai Kedar on L'chaim. At 10, Israel's former ambassador to the U.S., Michael Oren, talks about the relationship between American Jewry and Israel and the future of Diaspora Jewry. And coming up next, environmentalists address the global climate crisis and discuss how federations and Jewish organizations can tackle the challenges ahead. That's from the Jewish Federations of North America's General Assembly 2020. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, August the 24th, 2021. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well.